Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting video about Korean grammar. In this lecture video, I'm going to explain noun 으로 by means of something. Okay? Before I go into detail about the expression, first let me ask you this question first. 학교에 어떻게 가요? How do you go to school? And you can actually walk or run, okay? So without any vehicles, okay? In this case, 걷다 in dictionary form, using polite ending becomes 걸어요. Remember, this 디귿 받침 becomes real when is followed by vowel here. And also, when you want to say you go there by walking, you use also or 아서 conjugation. So you say 걸어서 가요. 걸어서 가요. And when you run, 뛰다 conjugated into by running. So you go to school by running. You put 뛰어서 가요. Okay? So let's see. 제니는 학교에 어떻게 가요? How does Jenny go to school? You can simply just say Jenny goes to school. Then you would say 제니가 학교에 가요. But you want to add more detail here. So you want to say Jenny goes to school by walking. Then you put here. Put 걸어서 here. 제니가 걸어서 학교에 가요. So she goes to school by walking. Okay? Alright, but instead you can take some transportation. So bus, subway, 지하철, airplane, 비행기, bicycle, 자전거, a car, 차, a taxi, 택시, right? In these cases, you would have to use 으로 expression by means of now because you're not going there by your own body or your own feet. Your action of going there is mediated by these transportations. So means of transportation is expressed with the particle 으로 or 로. Okay? So how do they differ? When do you use 으로 and when do you use 로? When the preceding sound ends with consonant, you use 으로 because you need a cushion, a zero consonant cushion. In case when it ends with vowel and when it also ends with 리을 받침, you say 로. Okay, so she's asking 학교에 어떻게 와요? How do you come to school? You want to say I come to school by car. How would you say this? 차 와요. You know the car. You know to come. But if you want to connect these two, you say 차로 와요. I come to school by car. Okay? 학교에 어떻게 와요? If you want to answer with other situation. So let's say you can come to school by car. You say 차로 와요. You can come to school by bus. 버스로 와요. You can come to school by bicycle. 자전거로 와요. Subway. 지하철로 와요. Notice here that 지하철 ends with 리을 받침. So you go with 로 instead of 으로. Okay? Yeah, remember. Okay, so all right. Here are 6 situations. If you are not using any transportation, you're just using your own body. You're not mediated by other vehicles. You say 어서, 아서, by. It means by, okay? 으로, 로, when you are using other transportation, if other vehicles are helping you to go there, then you use 으로, 로. Okay. Last video we learned about in order to plus verb. 로 and 러 might sound similar to you, but they are actually different sounds. And also, 으로 uses noun and 으러 uses verb. Let's look at some example here. So if you want to say it takes an hour by a car, which is noun, 차로 1시간 걸려요. You would have to say 차로 1시간 걸려요. But if you are going to school to take a class, I am going to school to take a class. Verb here. You would say 수업 들으러 학교에 가요. Okay? All right. Question. How long does it take from your home to school? How would you say this in Korean? 집에서 학교까지 얼마나 걸려요? Okay? Then you can answer by 걸어서 1시간 걸려요. Okay? Notice that here the means or how you go to school. You should first say how you go to school first and then put the time and then say it takes, it takes the main verb. Okay? So if it takes 30 minutes by bus, you say 버스로 30분 걸려요. Okay? If it takes an hour and 15 minutes by bicycle, 자전거로 1시간 15분 걸려요. If it takes 15 minutes by running, 뛰어서 15분 걸려요. If it takes an hour and 30 minutes by car, 차로 1시간 30분 걸려요. The particle 으로 is also used to indicate an instrument by means of which an action is performed. So, for example, if you're writing letters, you would have to use a pencil, right? You're not gonna write with your finger, right? Finger, and but so you're using this tool. So you say pen, 볼펜. We usually emphasize this ball at the end. So we say ball, 볼펜, 볼펜으로 써요. You write by means of a pen. You write by a means of pencil. 연필로 써요. Notice here that 연필 ends with 리을 받침, so you use 로, not 으로. Okay? And also, when you say things, when you speak things, you speak by means of languages, right? So when you want to say, please speak in Korean, you would say, 한국어로 말하세요. Okay, so you can also say speak in other languages, right? So let's say you want people to speak in Chinese or Mandarin. You say, 중국어로 말하세요. How about Japanese? 일본어로 말하세요. How about English? 영어로 말하세요. French? 프랑스어로 말하세요. Okay, here we also have some irregular predicates and butte. So some irregularities here. When the following suffix begins with a vowel, some predicates whose stem ends in butte becomes 우. Let's understand this by looking at an example. So 가깝다, it means to be close, right? We can conjugate with 어요 plight ending, and with these following processes, you have 가까워요, right? How does it become 가까워요? So let's start from here. 가깝다 divided into stem and ending. 가깝다, right? We have butte 받침 here. So this becomes 우, okay? And since you are adding this 어요, which is begin with a vowel, 우어, contracted into 워, okay? Also, when you are conjugating with honorific, 세요, 으세요, you, first divide into stem and ending. This 비읍 받침 becomes 우, 가까우으, 우으, contracted into just 우, okay? 가까우세요, right? Okay, let's practice. Now, okay, so here we divide it into stem and ending. Stem and ending. 비읍 in stem becomes 우. So 가깝, 가까워. 어렵, 어려우. 쉽, 쉬우. 춥, 추, 덥, 더우. And then added with polite ending 어요 becomes 가까워요, 어려워요, 쉬워요, 추워요, 더워요. Well, in reality, you would only see this. You know, you would only see these. This part is happening in your brain internally. Okay. Exception here is 좁다. Let's look. It means to be narrow. 좁다. Here, this 비읍 받침 doesn't become 우. It does not become 우, right? It just stays as 좁, and 아요 ending, the polite ending is added, so it becomes 좁아요. 좁다 with honorific ending, same. It doesn't become 비읍 받침 doesn't become 우. It doesn't happen. So just 좁으세요. Let's practice. 가깝다 would become 가까워요. 어렵다 어려워요. 쉽다 쉬워요. 춥다 추워요. 덥다 더워요. 좁다 좁아요. So this was an exception. Okay, let's fill in the blanks. 애리조나 겨울은 덥다 becomes with 어요 아요 polite ending. How do you conjugate it? 애리조나 겨울은 더워요. 그런데 but 한국 겨울은 춥다 becomes 추워요. 한국어 공부가 쉽다 would become 쉬워요. 단어 시험이 어렵다 would become 어려워요. 집에서 학교까지 가깝다 would become 가까워요. So notice I kind of paused before here, you know, 가까. Oh, you see this beaut? Okay, put okay. 가까워요. All right? Okay. This is it. See you in class.